guys. Welcome back. More goodness today.
I mean, if we didn't have a topic today, we could discuss trailers, teasers, breaking, brand spanking. If we were a Star Wars channel, we'd be high fiving. My goodness. What an age we live in right now. You know, considering, I said to Matt Borman, if you look at, we've got Obi-Wan, Stranger Worlds, Picard, Halo, all in like 2 months, and those like 15-year-old properties are like, yes, stuff we're waiting for a long time.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm excited to see what you guys think about today's topic. What is today's topic, Stuart?
Stargazer sets. Well, not all.
No. Well, we don't know.
Yeah.
All the ones in episode 1. Because we're still on episode 1, guys. There's still so much. And it's, yeah, wow. This is all still new stuff. It's crazy, Stuart. It's crazy.
But luckily we have Dave Blass who releases stuff. Like, lots of stuff.
I mean,
unlike other shows where we got to scrounge for stuff and,
I mean, at a certain point, is he just Trekyards as Lord and Saviour? Does he just speak to the koala in the sky? Because you can't get more Trekyards appreciation content than throwing us this stuff. You can't.
I would say that he was if he was giving us like stuff like a week before, just so we have time to get ready. But no.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, oi, and there's still more. There's still more we're gonna look at in sub videos, and we'll probably wait until later in the season for. I mean, it is a cacophony of content. I mean, if this isn't the most clear production, the most fan-friendly, and we thought Prodigy was good. I said this on Twitter, if you remember, first episode, they did release a few views of the Protostar. We were like, excellent. And when the other, whatever's called the chariot, not the chariot, the, thing that the craft was in. But this is, like, astounding. Honestly, to a certain point, should he have saved it for a little bit later? Is giving everything in one go too much? I don't know.
No, there's probably this much for each episode. He's just gonna like.
What, you think they'll be designing, billions of new modern day stuff? God, who knows? Hey, thanks, Alex. Hey, thanks, Alex. Oh yeah, and such resurgence. We got 14 minutes of gameplay as well. Oh my god! If there was nothing we had to do, we could look at the corridors for that, main engineering. Oh my god.
I didn't see the 14 minutes of gameplay. I saw like a 6-minute long Spock's briefing.
There was that, and then there was a 4-minute walk through the hull, walk through the ship mission. So I was combining the two. And I
didn't see that one.
Yeah, it came out like 4 hours ago. And for us, I mean, Spock's great, but I wasn't going to watch the entire thing because there's nothing happened in it per se. But the other thing is full of Trekyards goodness, and I'll give him a pass. How do you design Centaur's corridor? Okay, yeah, I'll take that one. That's kind of how I felt about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, goodness, I will get sharing. So hopefully a lot of you guys are going to come and talk today about this interesting topic, because there's a lot of. Well, we'll get into it. See you in a minute.
Yeah. Well, guys, hit that like button, and don't forget to make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell icon to all. But super chats are a great way to support the channel, help us continue doing this, as well as get your voice heard, because we do read each of them on the air, and we do like to talk about what you guys want to talk about. So, anyway, yes, so you can do that. You can also join the channel. There's a join button down there. Last night's live, we got 6 new channel members. We're going to go for a goal of 2 new channel members for this live. I think that'll be fun. It's not very much if you want to do that. It's a monthly thing, so it's like once a month at the beginning of the month. It's a small amount, depending on which tier you pick. And if you just want to take a look at that join button now, we'd really appreciate it. If we get 2 members this one, that'd be awesome. And yeah, hitting like is a free way to help us out. Sending us a PayPal, you can do that as well. Send it to trekyards@hotmail.com. The information for all that stuff is in the link. The information is in the description of each one of these videos. Also, there's the Teespring and the TeePublic store. We've got some cool Trekyard shirts and some merchandise and stuff. If you guys want to have some Trekyard swag, that's a good place to go. Plus, they just started their site-wide sale. 35% off today on TeePublic. So please go click that link while we're talking and scroll through and check out some of the shirts and other products that are available there. So 35% off is a great way to show your Trekyards love. So go check that out. 35% off is a great deal. So just add some stuff to your cart and save yourself some cash. Also saving cash, speaking of, you can go to the Eagle Moss affiliate link down below. Click that, put some stuff in your cart. Any orders of $50 or more, which is super easy with Eagle Moss, just use the discount code Trekyards10 at checkout and you can save yourself 10%. So lots of great ways to help you guys out and to help us out and just to help each other out and be an awesome community. So if you can, please do so. And look at that. I'm glad I set a new members goal, because we just got Daniel Cox, who just joined at the rank of commander. So that's one. So I only need one more before the end of the live, because my goal was 2 new members for this live. And yeah.
And Daniel, I sympathise with your surname. We each have had that burden. So we are brethren in surnames. And thank you. Yes, we've certainly done a lot this last week. I mean, for me, Picard hasn't actually finished yet. So I'm at Wednesday, and tomorrow's episode 2. Like, it's I mean, I don't know about you, Stuart, how your brain feels, but it's literally a roller coaster of hasn't stopped.
No, I feel the same way for sure. And then today of all days, I did something I never do today. I did it. I went for a friggin' nap in the afternoon because I was so tired, because I didn't sleep well at all last night because my back was so sore. And went for a nap, wake up, there's a fucking trailer for Kenobi, there's the Strange New Worlds, there's Resurgence video game footage. So I wake up to all that, and I'm like, oh, I still got to schedule the live. It's like 2:30.
It's like in 45 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, but I actually did get some sleep this afternoon, so I feel a lot better. I was not going to make it through the live if I didn't do that. So.
Hey, I know what you mean. So that's amazing. So you basically, it's like you slept through just the world changing around you.
Yep. And the days that I stay awake, not a goddamn thing happens. And I sit at my desk and do what I have to do, and yep. Murphy's Law. I should just go to sleep every day now and see what happens.
Well, there can't be that many new trailers out, surely, Stuart.
Well, the Strange New Worlds one was a teaser. It was definitely not a trailer.
No, it was not.
So I'm hoping for one in the next few weeks, maybe.
Well, days, possibly.
Trailer. Yeah,
I mean, who's to say?
Yeah.
I mean, and normally we'd look at the stuff in that trailer, but if Picard comes out with cool stuff, then... Because the fact is we're going to see that stuff on the show itself. So in fairness, you want to see a half, closed communicator or wait for the show as well. Who knows? And yes, Daniel Cox. Thanks so much to Dave Blass. Boy, Dave, Daniels, everyone's doing so good today. Oh, what a day. I'm going to put a poll in then.
Go for it. So, anyway, thank you, Daniel Cox, for joining the channel. If anybody else wants to click that join button and just at least look, that'd be appreciated. Hit that like button, though. We have 95 people here now with 58 likes. I want to get it to at least 80 likes to start. So hit that like button, and don't forget to super chat and let us know your thoughts on the interiors and the details. And it's going to be a fun walkthrough, I think. We got a lot of great pictures to look at, and just lots to discuss. Yesterday's fleet discussion, ships went really well. And lots of people turned out, so hopefully the same thing happens today. So anyone that is here, thank you so much for joining us. And join us on a more permanent basis by hitting that join button. Channel memberships are a big deal. They don't seem like it, but they are. It's a monthly thing like Patreon, but it's on YouTube, so it helps the analytic because it shows at YouTube that people are interested in the content and that people are interested in the channel. So it'll help channel growth and stuff. So if you're able to hit that join button and help us, even at the smallest tier, that'd be awesome. And Daniel Cox has joined at the commander rank, which is the first tier. So it's just something that is a good thing. So anywho, hit that like button, guys, and we will get into this in a second as soon as Samuel's done doing whatever he's doing. I can't remember what he was doing. But yes. 35% off on the TeePublic store as well. So check out some Trekyards merch. This is a Stargazer discussion.
All right, read the poll when you see it, Stuart.
How much do you love Dave Blass for sharing all this amazing behind-the-scenes concept art? Love him. Our new favorite Trek person. I mean, he's all right.
I mean, this literally all is credit to him. And having lived 5 years of New Trek, we've seen this never happened once. So, you know, all credit. So should we start with a thumbnail picture, Stuart? Here is the Stargazer bridge concept art made and finished by a lot of team members, explaining that the Stargazer was not designed by a single person, the bridge. It was a super team effort where some person did the ceiling detail, some people concepted, some people whatevered it. And from analysing this compared to the full version, this is sort of a very final concept because it's incredibly accurate. The only thing being different is the L cards, which are temp L cards, which makes sense. And not say it's identical, but it's very, 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 very close. So what do you think now, seeing the sort of 3D temp concept view in comparison to the much more dark, harshly lit version of the actual show?
Yeah, I was wondering if it was a concept version just because of the floor details being very matte, and that's what I would imagine if you're not going to have a carpet, the floor should look like. So, and even the anti-slip stuff on the ramps. I mean, this is quite a detailed concept rendering. So
I assume it's like last stage. This is now the final approval.
Yeah. No, I like it.
Because it's certainly nice to see a full, clear view. You know, so we've seen the bridge, we've talked about it, but like having it be this clear is very unusual.
And very well lit. Like this is what you would expect to see in like one of the original crew movies. Just as far as lighting goes, because it's bright and it's not just so dark in the final version that I think the reflections on the floors and stuff really pop a lot more than they should. But hey, no, I like it, and I like the little detail, the lighting detail in the floors in front of the captain's chairs and on the side things. That's kind of a neat idea.
Yeah, it's. You know, I see a little bit of horizon in the fact there's lighting in the handholds, which I did include in my one. I think I probably wouldn't have had so many light beams because they're on every surface possible, pretty much. They would have made me one or two less. Although that's like I don't know what purpose they serve, but I do quite like the little ruler style lighting lines. I've no idea what they serve, but it's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
The little slices in the floor, very much Discovery, because they have those. And in fact, having replicated the bridge for one project, it's amazing how specific I was with them. I had to then go in, analyze the exact pattern, which ones are darker, lighter. There's a real distinct pattern in those things. I didn't want to ever learn them, but I did. So yay me. But no, certainly the matteness helps a lot. The whole thing feels far less cluttered, even though it's the exact same bridge. It does still feel very big. It doesn't feel wasted space because there are these banners in between the zones, which allow it to feel not wasted space. But you probably could have done with having. I mean, I would have probably shrunk it by 10%. Like, not a lot. One thing you may have done would be to have those two side bridge chairs be angled in a little bit, like on the D, which would allow you to have a little bit more push in or pull in on the rail, and a little bit like just drilling in a little bit.
One thing I wish they would have done here, and I said this when I first saw it too, is I wish there was only 2 steps up to the captain's chairs. So if that was down on that second step, and then 1 step up to the back deck, that would have been perfect. I think that's a little too high here, so that's like one change that I would make.
Well, it stops the whole bridge from feeling integrated, even though it is integrated to this back piece. It feels as if there's the middle chunk, which is in its own little contained area, and the 2 sides. That said, I wonder if we're going to find that maybe all of these banisters are actually force field emitters, and so each got a dedicated force shield over the zone, so it is meant to fix. It feels very separate, right? That could be cool. A separate command crew force field generator. What do you think?
Yeah, I guess. But then the poor guys at the back stations don't have one.
No, but you know, can't look after everybody, Stuart. That's I mean,
Wow.
those space rocks and the consoles, they're gonna hit somebody, you know.
The other thing I wish they would have done actually is the railing around the captain's chair area. I wish it would have ended at the top step so that you could kind of have access. You don't
Yes. Yeah.
have to go back up.
Yeah.
That's one small change I think as well. Kind of more like the horseshoe, where you kind of get around that and you can step over it a bit. But
Or like integrate directly into the second step, so there's no line at all, and it all just kind of. Yeah. And why such a big in front of, like, why have the three steps be so far out compared to the captain? I feel like they should be either the captain those three way further forward or that further back. You're using a lot. Just feels disproportionate to where they're placed.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole command deck thing seems off. It feels like it's missing something, and it's also too high. You know what I mean? Like, the Enterprise D had the Foley consoles and stuff. It just felt more cohesive. This just feels like just random chairs set there and no extra. If there would have been a console on each side as well, like, I think it's missing something for sure.
But in this sort of view with the less reflective surfaces, it definitely works a ton better. It gives a lot more Star Trek Online vibes because of the scale and reflective metals, but you can certainly see a lot of the logic in place here. Like it's definitely a pretty cohesive design. It's just, I don't know. It's interesting. But let's go to a different set. Let's just jump straight into a different set because we can. Let's go into the ready room, conference room, you know.
Briefing room, yes.
Yes, you're welcome to tell the story of how I made you sad, Stuart.
Well, yeah, like he sent me all this stuff all collected together, and one of them was a folder that said ready room, which if you look at the blueprints, there's a briefing room, then there's the ready room off to that, and I'm like, ooh, we get to see the ready room. I want to see what Rios' ready room looks like. Open it up, and it's just the briefing room. I'm like, oh, that's the briefing room. Mislabeled. Not fair.
Oopsie-doodle.
Oh, there's a lot going on here.
There is so much going on, and this is such a clear view. It's just so clear. It's crazy.
There's so much detail and, you know, whatever on the floor, and then the reflections on top of it, and just the colors and all the lighting strips. It's just a little too much. It's hard to see the details. Like that really cool briefing room table. Love it. Can't really see it because of all the little reflective lights on the wood and stuff. Oh, man. Guys. Matt. Yeah, I like it. I like the little ship displays there of the different Stargazer class ships built by my friend Bill Krause. Yeah.
Which I was actually staring at now on Twitter. They keep posting images of the builds, which I'm amazed we're allowed to because you can see the 3D model details in them because it's the model.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, just giving all that stuff away. Crazy. No, it's detailed, and it's definitely the I've gone for the orange hue. But I think it's an optical illusion. I don't think any of the metal is actually bronze. I think it's all the lighting. Because I wouldn't want everything to be copper. I think it's silver with that orange hue, which is very clever. Because then when they cut to red alert, it's now silver gone red, and if it goes white, it's gone white. If it's orange hull, I don't know. What do you think?
No, one of those things that at first it looks copperish color, but yeah, I think you're absolutely right. It's the lighting, especially the lighting in the archway, which is definitely a more yellow color than as opposed to white. But I think it's kind of tinging everything.
Yeah.
And also the other colors in the room, like the wooden stuff on the table, I think influences your eye a little bit as to what the other colors are.
When you can also see the floor is very silver, just least being hit by the light, and then you go up a little bit and it's suddenly being hit by orange. I don't think I like the red alert bulbs in the windows. They were distracting the episode. I think that's one thing too much for me. Maybe like a light at the top, but I get it. It's logical. No complaints. Aesthetic, like making sense for it, but I think it's a bit too much. I mean, if you're at red alert, you don't need it. Like peripheral vision, you get a sense of the reds flashing. You don't need on lots and lots of surfaces. I wouldn't think. Not every. I mean, I wouldn't assume every window on every ship. But imagine if there's every single window. Do you think all of 10 forwards windows are flashing red? That's just really too much. I don't know if you'd agree with that.
No, I do. I like the idea you said of one red light at the top, which would shine down and kind of fade as it goes down.
Yeah.
So when you get a shot of somebody sitting in a chair, it's just like you can tell there's a red alert going on, but it's not.
Kind of like the TOS above the door lights would be how I would pitch that.
Yeah. Guys, let's see. We are 20 minutes in and we haven't had one super chat yet. So if you guys have anything you want to say or any thoughts, let us know. We do have one channel member, which is great. We want to get one more. And we have 85 likes with 150 people here. So hit that like button. Let's try to get to 120 likes right now. And give us your thoughts. What do you think? What do you think about these sets? And do you like them? Is there something you would change? Are we wrong about the color? Do you think it looks like a brass or a gold? Let us know.
Because we are going to be doing detailed analysis of these with comparison renders. But this is like we said, the big broad topic of this. So we'd really like to know what you guys think as well. And yes, to remind you guys, yes, this is a Los Angeles built set, not a Canadian based set. So there's no specific crossover. And obviously it's not the same construction teams because they're in different countries. So it wasn't the same teams building them. And Akiva Goldsman is part of this production. The production designers, obviously Dave Blass is a new to production, and so there might be some sense of keep it in line with Discovery in some vague sense, but by the same token, it's certainly something different,
And Indy5 says, I'm broke and cannot afford to super chat. That's okay. You can still comment in the regular chat. We do pick out lots of those to talk about as well, but super chats are kind of what makes the channel continue to keep giving you this content. So if you're able to, awesome. If not, don't worry about it. It's just hitting that like button and, helping us out any way you can. It was much appreciated, Indy. So
yeah, just put in interesting thoughts and comments in the chats. We would love having those to debate and discuss.
Matt Boardman throws in a $10 super chat and says, first, also, wait, do people think that floor is too shiny? I can't tell.
Yes.
It's a little too shiny, just saying.
Yes. Also, since I just got reminded of it by someone else, I just want to have some good news for those that have £70 worth of money to spend on Eagle Moss, which I guess is 100 Canadian minimum. They're doing a Firefly XL for £64, which I almost...
Speaking of, ironically enough, I started watching Firefly like 5 nights ago.
And you done already?
No. I'm only on episode 3. I can only stand so much of it so far.
The writing's fantastic, though, isn't it? Because that's where it kind of really stands out. Just the world building is like so. It's still very unique.
Yeah, the ship though is hideous.
Beautiful.
The inside is hideous. You see the freaking mess hall, yellow paint with like flowers painted on it.
Well, Kaylee wants to feel like a home, Stuart. And she's a quirky duck. But yeah, that I'm looking forward to because it's fucking expensive. That's so expensive. £64 is insanity. So I was going to pre-order it, but I thought, no, you know what? I'm going to wait for a deal because often people say, don't be a subscriber because they'll do like a 30% off sale and then you get money off. So I'm going to wait for that because it's just too... I mean, unless it was like this big, in which case the postage is... And it looks big, but that's just a stupid amount of money.
What's the XL? I do think it's probably about that big. I think it's pretty big.
Like 60, that's $100 and something American, like $110 for a model like that. That's no longer affordable for people. That's like... I mean, it's the one chip of the show, fine. But that's like not an affordable model anymore. That's a high-end model. And the cord isn't always necessarily give to that. But anyway, buy it. Just hang out for a deal.
Kit 10K throws in $10. Hey guys, just woke up, so here's a super chat for you. Thank you very much.
Good morning.
You didn't miss much. We only went on here for 20 minutes. So. Not a band account, $2. It needs to be darker and people more spaced out.
Okay, now I will also clarify one thing about these beautiful pictures is that they are DSLR set fully lit pictures to show off the set. When you put things through a lens and depth of field, they're different. So it's going to be as bright and as light as it can be. versus a camera angle. And things always look better through a proper professional camera lens. A lot of that's how your brain sees it, but I mean, this is also a wide angle lens. So this is more about the design rather than the look, because the look will change. Speaking of them, what do you think about the conference room and the chairs? As in the table and chairs.
I love the table, like I said. It's a nice kind of take on TNGs with the wood grain look, but like with actual displays, screens in it and stuff, which is nice.
Yeah.
The chairs I absolutely despise. They look like 1970s kitchen chairs with rollers on them, and not a fan. I know that the ones in TNG had rollers as well, but they looked more comfortable. I wouldn't want to sit in these for very long. And
Are they leather?
I think they're leather, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the design, honestly.
Well, I was about to say they haven't got much character, but they're just like the bridge chairs, but slightly differently formed, which I see the logic of. I think honestly they need that big neck support pillow that the most of the other chairs have in Trek. That I think would help here because they feel oddly flat and one-dimensional. I think they work well with the room, but they don't work to their best advantage overall design-wise.
Yeah. John McHugh says these are all renders, though, right? No, this is not. This is a photo.
Set photography. Yeah.
Yeah. George Mangrum, $5. There are 4,000 likes. I like it overall, though. Yeah. Kit 10K, $10. The bridge looks good, but it feels a little too big, sort of. If the ship is in combat, it feels like it would be hard for the crew to hear the captain issuing orders during a battle. Well, even when he's shouting, stop firing, they continue to fire, so yes.
Mm-hmm. And Ian Smith says the Firefly is actually $80 for him. So
US.
which means they're overcharging us by about $25, $30, but it's an exchange rate. So it's $10, £10 to $1 less, but it's like actually $30. What a cheeky thing. That's really unfair. It should be the same price between currencies. I know the exchange rate changes, but that means they're getting more money on us for every single thing. They're a UK company. That's dodgy. Boo. Well, Matt, if these are the final chairs, I mean, these are the set photos being released. I'd have to go back to the episode to find, but I mean, this is the set pictures, so I assume this is a finished set. And also, well, yeah.
But if we reverse angle it, this looks better already. Just that it seems less shiny. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks better. Ooh, interesting. Why does that look better?
I don't know. Well, the doors of the ready room look awful. Looks like they just were freshly painted, and it hasn't dried yet. But other than that,
yeah,
I love the shelving units. I love all this stuff.
Yeah, how do you feel the ready room being off the briefing room? Because we know that is from the schematics.
I like it. Makes more sense, kind of. I don't have an issue with it at all.
It just means more walking. He's got to walk through 2 rooms rather than just through a door. Seems less efficient, but more, I guess.
It'd be cool if one of the turbo lifts on that side, you could walk in and like have it spin and go straight in. If it had 2 entrances, that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, but I think this view works slightly better because you get to see the very classical window and ceiling detail. They're ridiculously shiny, and I do a lot of renders, and I wish they were a more just painted wood vibe rather than painted wood metal vibe. And in fact, if I ever get these things 3D replicated, I also do a pass that's more faithful Trek and see how it looks. How would this look with a?
I think it would look great.
Yeah, but wouldn't it look too normal? But then isn't also normal just the thing it is? It's just a ship of the fleet,
Let's see. Kit 10K throws in another $10. Says, just looked outside and saw a horrible sight. It snowed where I am. Oh my God, no.
I like snow.
No.
Snow is good. But I do like his wall of memorabilia, because the other briefing rooms obviously originally had the Enterprise D, which had the big wall of stuff. Then it got removed for the big pillars of nothing. And then the briefing room in Voyager has nothing. E has its same as a D pretty much. The Annexer 1 doesn't have anything, so I guess they kind of removed that tradition a little bit. But I quite like his personal effects on one wall. And obviously
that's why I'd like to see what his ready room's like, because Rios is a pretty interesting character, and there's the shelving unit here. I mean, you got a model a gold model of La Serena. You got a box with something in it, probably cigars. You got the old USS Stargazer dedication plaque, which still says or Constitution class instead of Constellation class. Which I saw that on Twitter, and I'm like, Constitution class. I was about to get all like Kermit the Froggy, and then I read Dave's thing saying, "Yep, it was supposed to be Constitution class," and the line of dialogue got changed to Constellation at the last minute because they didn't want a Enterprise-like ship.
Yeah, I'm glad he knows that. But the fact that he said that was the original TNG plaque from the original sets, it's like,
yeah,
it wasn't even like, because they could have fixed, they should have fixed it arguably as a second version. But it's like, no, we use the original, so no one can bitch about canon. That is the canon plaque.
Yeah.
And I saw a lovely comment of someone thanking him because the plaque is never visible in HD, even in HD. Like, it's not clear enough. And so that's the first time we actually can read the plaque ever. It's never been visible in any form ever. So, boom, now it exists wonderfully. So yeah, I love that for sure. And SNO Sig says the decor doesn't really seem Rios to me on the left side. So I'm gonna disagree because we've only seen Rios as the betrayed, missing a crew, renegade for about a year. That isn't who he really is, you know? He was a Starfleet officer his entire life, then he became an outlaw for a year or two. This is who he really is. That was a blip, you know? We saw him rebelling.
He was an alcoholic in season 1 too, so yeah, he was not in a good place.
So this is the fact that he's back to how he should and could and would be, because he was he a commander in his original? Yeah, so he would be prime rank, prime officer. Because we've talked about this previously. There's only 1 to 2 commanders on any given ship. That's it. Of 1,000 people in the galaxy, that's it. So there are so few of those in the fleet, about as many as captains, give or take. So it's to reach that rank, you are in such charge of the ship or of the division. So to get that rank, he is right there. So, yeah.
Yeah. And the thing that always worries me, doesn't worry me, it just annoys me. They have all these beautiful things set up in their quarters and in the ready room, and then as soon as you get hit once, the ship's like, and I'd be like, for me, look at this stuff back here. I'd be worried that it would all be falling over and broken at the mission. I'd be more worried about my stuff in my quarters than the ship. Fields engage and lock things into place. I don't know.
I like that a lot. That's pretty great.
You got to incorporate that in one of your fan films. After a battle, they go back to one of their quarters, and it's like, oh my god, everything's broken. So replicate a new one of those.
So it's just a 2-minute film or 3-minute film, and there's a shot where he's at the room and there's everything, and then he comes back at the end of the film and there's nothing there. It's like, what happened to all my stuff? Looks down. Aww. Don't just show it's gone. Show it just broken to show it not there anymore. No, that's funny.
Yeah.
Does it throw a replicator? That's a great question. I thought I saw it did. Yes, it does. Behind the Stargazer and all the other gold plating. It's right there.
Yeah. We didn't get I'm surprised you don't have the shot of all 3 of the models in here, because they showed a very nice view of those on Twitter.
I mean, I can grab it. I have them. Don't know if we're gonna. It's always about everything or mostly everything. But yeah, I can load that up. Hold on.
Might as well take a look at it, because I know a lot of people would be interested.
Sure. How far back was it? We can become overloaded with stuff. That's one of the earlier things.
Yeah. Guys, we have 119 likes. We're still not at 120, but right now with 182 people, I want to get 150 likes. Hit that like button. Keep the super chats coming, and don't forget we need 1 more member before the end of this live. We want one more person to join the channel. So click that join button, at least take a look at the different tiers that are available, and that's a monthly subscription thing. So a couple bucks a month makes a big deal, and it does help the algorithm, because it tells YouTube that you're interested enough in the channel that you want to join it.
And you've seen how much content we've done this week alone. I'm very proud of the work we've done. So yeah, support if you can. But yeah, there you go. Here's a tremendously clear close-up. And if you're wanting to, digitally recreate the sets, now you know there's a grill pattern on this wall which you wouldn't have known otherwise. Yeah, so explain the special rationale of this, Stuart, because for those that will not understand, etc.
Well, The one on the left that you see the top view of, that is the Stargazer they're on, the modern Stargazer. The one on the bottom right is, of course, the original Stargazer, which was Picard's. And the one on the upper right is one designed by Bill Krause. I forget the class name that he had for it, but yeah, it's got his unique nacelle design that he's used on a number of his ship builds. And Bill's got a pretty interesting eye for Starfleet design aesthetics. A little bit outside the box, but also well within the box and kind of unique. So it's cool that his version is there as well. But yeah, I think these models are very nicely done. And he did actually physically build these for the ready room here. So I love the gold plating as well.
Well, sort of. He and a team did. He built the
Yes.
models. Actually, Adam Savage's company 3D printed them, and
Yeah.
then another artist cleaned them up, and then Bill did some stuff. So it was Bill did the initial stuff, but in fact another company did sort of the finishing work. But I mean,
Yes.
3 full miniatures with excruciating detail, with no idea if you're ever going to do a close up on them. They kind of had to go full on. So it was definitely a thing. I did read, because of those artists are now coming out of the woodwork on Twitter, because clearly everyone's sharing stuff, so people feel the ability to share stuff. Because once one person releases an image of this, like, that's it. You know, there's no NDA in the sense of it's already out. And one artist said he was thrilled to be in the show, but bloody 79 was her back was blocking them. So they weren't in they weren't episode 1 because she was blocking them. Yeah.
Let's see. Warpig 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 says, call the top right the NX Stargazer. No, it's not the NX. It would be TOS era. It's a TOS era one. So yeah.
And it's not even a Stargazer or Constellation class. They're all 3 different class names, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, and that probably is a remote in the bottom there, the bottom right. It's probably just a remote for all the lights in the room. That would be my guess.
Or the TV for the LCARs. All the LCARs are screens. Yeah. This is a set photo, guys. Enjoy it for it is a set photo. But this does give us another view of the actual ship itself, of the main new Stargazer. I mean, you have 3 pretty radically different designs, and Bill has shown plenty of images of his new old Stargazer as well. So we have a pretty clear lineage, but obviously, as we know, it's canon, but so is Andrew Prowett's Ambassador class canon in the exact same form. So it's canon as much as it's on screen, but it isn't the canon ship design until it's actually seen as a ship design on screen. Like, all it needs is render on screen on a pad, and it's more canon. This is kind of those wonderfully soft canons. Yeah.
Yes. Kit 10K throws in $20. So thanks so much, Kit. With the original Stargazer plaque that was in TNG, they smeared black soot over where it said Constitution class to help hide it. Back then, they never expected people to be able to really look at it like Trekyards does. Yeah. Plus, they weren't high-definition TVs, so stuff in the background there you wouldn't really notice, be able to zoom in on.
I mean, you might even be able to notice that Brent Spine says Constellation. Yeah, you might even be able to notice it of how low resolution it was. I mean, I'm sure some people started black and white TVs in the 80s. Let's be honest. If you didn't have money, I mean, some people like some people don't have HD TVs now. They don't need them, you know. So yeah,
well, I don't know.
That's the ready room. But the poll, 154 votes. I asked the radically bold question of how much you love Dave Blass for sharing all these amazing BTS and concert art. 58% love him, 38% are new favourite Trek person, and 12% I mean he's alright. So, didn't quite win the newest Trek favourite award, but still, people love him. Good job.
Yeah. Yes.
Where do you want to go next, Stuart, on this tour?
It's 3-hour tour. All right. Let's go to the corridor, I guess. We'll end on the bridge.
Okie dokie. Well, we'll start on the picture of Dave Blass on the corridor, because I've been keen to find any picture that anyone shares, because it's a bit more cinematic with how it's lit and clearly a post-produced press photo rather than a look, here is our corridor.
Yeah.
And I have already done. We are going to have this debate again, Stuart, again next week. We do a full review of the corridor, but yeah. What do you guys think?
It looks spiffy. I just wish it was carpet. Other than that, I have no issues with it at all. Yeah, it's reminiscent with all those windows. I know they're not as big, but it's reminiscent of the Orville corridor. So, but yeah, guys, hit that like button. We have 191 people watching, 137 likes. I want to get to 150.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget to click that join button. See what's going on with the channel membership.
Mm-hmm.
We want one more before the end of the live, if
Mm-hmm.
possible. So that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a new poll up. If you guys want to go vote on it,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think of the corridor? Love it, like it, meh, don't like it. So go vote.
Although I also have an interesting thing that just happened. James Corley of Star Trek: The Set Tour, he's posted on Facebook. Would you like to hear what he said on Facebook about the Stranger Worlds trailer teaser?
I mean, sure. You're
He
asking,
said,
so.
Picard Season 2 got started off with a bang, and I hope it will continue to feel like Star Trek, you know, the way it did in the before time. I caught the trailer of Strange New Worlds, and it was underwhelming for me. Admittedly, I just don't like the blatant abandoning of 55 years of Trek's visual history. The redesign of all the classic elements is something I don't enjoy when the stories are set in an established past. I just don't understand the need for that kind of change when literally all of the great Trek of years past always were prideful and respectful when they showed the past and referenced the classic original stories. It was one of those things that helped build a believable, albeit fictional, universe. Visual continuity is just as important as written. I guess I don't understand the need to do it, other than for the sake of the wow factor which Trek could have needed before. At any rate, just because I'm not digging it, I don't expect others to not like it. And I always hope and pray for Trek to succeed. I will eventually sample it and hope that the stories are good for me to rally for it. I have to place it in a separate universe because I am getting too old. So James is not a fan.
Discoverse, baby. Discoverse, baby.
But he did spend years of his life building sets to then be basically, thrown under the bus in terms of visual continuity. So hey, and he's a licensee, guys. He's an official Star Trek employee in a sense.
Yeah. Matt Boardman throws in $10 just to confirm the not thinking people will ever see it. When I worked on Star Trek or season 2 of TNG HD, I had to change names on Elcar's graphics panel graphics because there were fears of copyright infringements.
Yeah, but you were literally doing a HD project, whereas the original was not a HD project. I mean, it's amazing. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Continue.
It's amazing just how things change and how much detail they put in, considering you couldn't read it back in the day.
Yeah. Inside jokes that you don't want everyone to see necessarily. Kit 10K throws in $10. The ship's interior looks nice, but I feel like I need to wear sunglasses inside the ship no matter where I am. I mean, they ramp up the brightness on these pictures, as Samuel said, and also with the camera they're using and stuff. They're like every light is on, and it's not how they would light it for cinematic purposes. So
yeah, this is the super arty version, and you can even see the blue and red. I mean, this is not how it looks. It's more just let's enjoy Dave's face. But yes, Milk says visually there's too much going on because of reflections. Yeah, it's so strange because that one thing doubles the amount that's going on in the set, but it makes it kind of hard to appreciate the details that are there.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Like, I don't even mind the lights in the floor, but put carpet between them. You know what I mean? Like.
Okay, for $10, I will Photoshop out the reflections.
Ooh, somebody super chat $10. We'll get a.
Because I'd love to see this with it like refined. I will say because of images, I was concerned because they did it in Discovery that those big glass panels would be other rooms visible, because that's the kind of way it feels in when Raffi and Seven and Picard are walking. But from these views, they're not. There's just sort of details in them which sort of look as if they're moving, but they aren't really, because there should be hole between the corridors, and like I wouldn't want to see rooms through the corridor windows. That's even more mental detail. I mean, a corridor is a set A to B function. You don't want to go through a corridor and through the corridor you see all the other rooms. It's like, oh, hello, botanist, as I'm walking past you. That just feels unnecessary to me. And I've said to several people, if I get 3D build these, I'd make those solid black like TNG, and obviously carpet, and that's pretty much it. So I'm not sure else I'll do. I think it's a very, very good corridor, personally.
Kit 10K $5. Stupid autocorrect. I want to put in where instead of.
No matter where I am, yeah.
But anyway, Mark Lawrence, $10. Give me the carpet. There you go. There's Mark's $10 for the. It'll be interesting to see for sure. Dave, if you're watching this, pay attention. Not that it matters because it's already filmed.
But honestly, I
10K.
Oh. I get the sense though that they were just told no carpets. Just like day 2, so we'll design carpets.
Like no capes, no carpets.
Yeah, and at that point, it's like, what do? We were told no carpets, so okay.
Get 10K, $10. Here's the 10 Samuel. Work your magic. Oh, now I gotta do 2 photos.
Well, I put on a different picture though. Well, this one got me massively excited because they did keep the TNG door, and it's as simple as that. But that single detail appreciates that some things don't need to change, Stuart.
A lot of things don't need to change. Good tea, nice house, $10. Here's your $10. I love the corridors. This has a Voyager vibe, but it would look so much better with carpet. In hindsight, the Galaxy-class computer screens throughout corridors was overkill.
Well, they're there to be pressed and used if you need them. I mean, they just look like black walls unless you need them, etc.
Mm-hmm.
You know, okay.
It's a ship for families, so you got people wandering around that aren't trained necessarily in Starfleet.
8-year-olds might say,
Kids,
"How do I do this?"
I find my mom. Just touch any black. I mean, it makes a lot of sense actually on the Enterprise D.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's well said. Yeah. So here's a much clearer view. I'm obviously getting massive Enterprise E vibes here, but still different. So I commend them for being the same yet different. I think that's a very hard thing to achieve. And whereas the Discovery corridors are so unique in their own, this I think captures what it's trying to capture well. You know?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean that holodeck door shape is iconic, and I'm glad they kept that for sure.
You know, don't reinvent the wheel, just make a new wheel.
Yes.
Okay, this will take me a few minutes, as you can imagine. There's quite a lot of surface to Photoshop over, because I'm trying to keep some of the line detail on the on the floor. So I'll be busy for a little bit.
188 people here, 147 likes. Hit that like button. We still want to get to 150, but now I want to get to 180.
Ooh.
180 likes. And everybody click that join button. Just take a look at the different tier memberships for monthly subscription. I want to get one more new channel member before the end of the live. We already had one right at the beginning. Daniel Cox has joined the channel at the rank of Commander. So you can also get a rank with that when you join. So give it a look and see. And if you can't help financially with a super chat or with a joining the channel, just like I said, hit that like button, tell people about us, share this stuff around, because we enjoy doing it immensely.
And we can only do it because of those that support us, and we certainly earn it because of all the content we do, but it is because of those people that we do. And I've said in Nerd Days, I said everyone that does give on Patreon allows 1,000 people that can't give on Patreon to enjoy the show. You know, you can, if you can, you're helping others to watch it for free, because we don't charge for anything we do. You know, I know a lot of other YouTubers do like paywall Patreon content, and we've never wanted to do that, never ever, because the point of our content is to be watched, enjoyed, and people learn stuff. Why would we limit? You know, yes, those on Patreon might love it, but if we're doing analysis on a ship, we're just like, well, we're doing it to be seen and appreciated and add to the, you know, reference material out there. So it's always felt odd to us to paywall stuff, our stuff in particular, you know.
Be terrific one says 4 looks useful, like the removable pen has an embedded wires, consoles, conduits. Very nice touch. Yes, absolutely, but you can still matte those, put matte finish on them or carpet them, and they would still be just as good.
Well, it's like the TOS corridor. There are those lines that imply
the grav plating.
Exactly, they imply something. You know, so it's and I agree. I actually really dig the lines. I would have totally had carpet with those lines in. I think that would have
Andre Benson throws in $5.
Ooh, thank you.
It says looks similar to the Enterprise E corridor. The Stargazer is super bright, but I still like it. And Eric Bechtold joined the channel at the rank of Commander. That's our 2. Welcome aboard, Commander.
Wow, Stuart.
Yeah,
you got your 2. Wow.
Yeah, it's one of our new goals now, is to have a membership goal per live as well. and we've hit that. So thank you so
Wow.
much to both Eric and to Daniel for joining. If anybody else wants to, we're not going to stop you. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, please doubly enjoy the content. We've still got more stuff, and we've got so much stuff that we're still going to make an edited video for tomorrow. Even though it's the, even though we're filming for the new episode, etc. Yeah, lots of good stuff.
KP Music throws in $2. What do y'all think about Strange New Worlds teaser?
Huh.
It was good. It was a teaser. We'll talk about it at some other point.
Probably tomorrow, honestly, because people want us to talk about it. Ooh, interesting. I just zoomed out and saw my work. I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Area 51, $5. Kurtzman, the shiny means future.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong, but also shiny means like old tech, chrome, neon. Like that was also an era of old tech. So which is it? Well, it's both. Well, then you got to look to the canon of Star Trek. I said relativity, a 29th century time ship had carpeted floor. So you can't say carpeted floor was on its way out. No, it was there till the end. If a time ship thinks it's good to have carpet, why would you not have carpet?
Yeah. Kit 10K, $5. Wish I could hit the like button more than once without taking it back. Come on, everyone, hit that like button. Yes.
That is true.
We hit 180. Wouldn't mind 200 now, though, because we have 200 people watching. So just joining us, hit that like button.
Yeah, I wonder how many likes we'd get if people could like more than once.
Oh my god.
Because people would get bored of spamming it the whole live, but, could we get like 5,000 likes sometimes? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Kit 10K throws in another $5. Hey, Stuart, was that the pug princess I heard barking a few minutes ago? No, that was Dot, the dipshit. That wasn't the pug.
And that's the wife.
The pug rarely barks.
Yes.
It's Dot. That's the idiot.
Very quiet.
Chihuahua barks. It sets the pug off.
Sometimes, yeah. Tab Extra throws in 50 krona. So
Ooh,
thank you so much.
you.
Wide and bright, better than Nemesis.
Oh.
Dark and narrow.
Interesting.
I don't mind the dark so much. It's the narrow that would kind of bug me a bit. I like the wide corridors. But even in the Enterprise D, there was both. There was the wide ones and the offshoot ones were smaller generally, and different decks as well.
And in fact, that's worth discussing as well, because people did complain a little bit about overly dark sets in Discovery. This is very, very bright. Which is better, overly dark or overly bright? I don't know why you can't have a natural medium, functional medium, but which is better? You guys tell us. Would you rather be overly dark or overly light? Because surely overly light should win, because an office often has overly bright areas. It's not. Whereas overly dark, you're thinking, pay the damn electricity bill. Okay.
Aaron Standing says, Captain, Terrans have boarded the ship. Set the lights to maximum. It will throw them off. Just... that's a stupid line in Discovery.
Yeah, the Defiant was designed to fight the Borg, and this one's designed to fight the Mirror Universe. Love it. Okay, I have it. I have the picture.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it.
And I've also lowered the opacity to 98%, and so you can see the reflections in it still, because you might still see the reflections slightly. Okay, so this image we've been staring at for a while. It is the corridor. I have spent the last 10 minutes photoshopping out all the reflections on the same damn corridor. Yes, that's my life. Now you tell us, is this better or is this better? Let me just scale the same. Hold on. Alright, there you go.
I have to wait because I got a bit of a delay.
I know you do. Ugh. I'm interested. I mean,
I'm gonna say right now before I see it, it's gonna be 1,000 times better.
But I'll read the poll and I'll ask the question specifically. What do you think of this corridor? Like it, 49%. Love it, 21%. Meh, 21%. And don't like it, 8%. So again, another strong success there.
1,000% better. Wow. It's funny because I have the stream full screened on my one monitor and the regular picture on the other one, so it's like side by side comparison, and yeah, it's way better.
Yeah, let me do that for the fans because I want to see as well comparison.
Yeah.
It's a little bit harder because obviously I have to lower the resolution of everything, but obviously it's not a particularly good color or anything. Let's not pretend that it did a particularly amazing job or anything, but it's more conceptually which looks better to Jarl. And I put a poll. I was interested. If you had to vote for one of them, guys, which one looks better? Sort of a blanketed corridor or fully reflective corridor? Now, why do you say you like it better with it matted?
Because it looks like a hallway and not like a tunnel. One looks like I should be flying through it. The other one looks like I can walk down it. It's too busy. There's too much going on with all the lights being reflected off the floor.
It's also because it's mirroring the top. It feels like that could be like I say. It's like a train tunnel, but it's a glass top and bottom, and so you're going through a static tunnel.
General Grievous, $2. Temporal Cold War started with stolen ship carpets. And Tab Extra throws in 20 krona. It says better with the carpets. Oh yeah.
And Ryan Anderson says, to be honest, having no carpet is probably more beneficial because it is more easy to clean. I've laminated floors and find it way better to clean because you can see the dirt more clearly. Should that and should that be a reason for your sets because it's easy to clean the floors, which are rarely in shot? I feel like just grow up and do it properly. I mean, if every Trek show could deal with that for 7 years, could clean the carpets as often as you wanted, I think you can manage it for 1 year. Remember, guys, 2 seasons, 1 year, and Voyager did it for 7. Just hire the cleaner that was on Voyager. He did it for 7 years.
That being said, you can see stains on those carpets, especially in the HD remasters. Some shots from TNG, some shots from TOS. There's stains on the carpets, and I've often wondered that, like when they film things, like somebody bleeding, it's like somebody's got to clean that. Or when they spilled the hot chocolate on Picard, like hopefully they had something down, so they didn't get it all over the carpet in the hallway, because that would be hard to clean. But yeah, I understand that, but
well, it's not an excuse for the future though. And already though, I'm looking, so I'm zooming into the actual picture. Hard to clean. I can see scuff marks in the metal. I can see all the dirty lines of the scuffy metal. So why hasn't that been buffed and cleaned? I mean, that looks more dirty. I mean, it adds detail, but is that detail you want? I can see plenty of. I mean, now it's on you with the live stream, but loads of scuffy details of nice dirt. There's a footprint on bottom left. How is that any cleaner? The carpet would hide all that, wouldn't it? You wouldn't see any of that. It'd just be a nice, especially if they'd have the lovely two-tone carpet. Because I love doing the carpets in the Trek sets. Because you have multiple colours.
Area 51, $2. Sorry, Samuel. Bashir hates the carpet. Winky face.
Why does Bashir hate the carpet?
I don't know.
Sorry, 51.
Somebody
help it.
Somebody suggested that it might be good with maroon-colored carpets.
Okay.
With that gold wall coloring kind of thing, it might.
That's very red though. Everything would be very red.
Kit 10K throws in $20. Thank you so much, Kit. With you, questions Samuel. With you, questions Samuel about overly bright or dark. I think that during the day hours, the ship should be reasonably bright, and during night hours, it have less light, and also have the lights dim from day to night. In my opinion, that's what they have, though. They have that. It's night. Even on the bridge, you see when they relieve the night shift, you see the bridge lights
on Voyager and such.
Yeah. So yes, you would definitely have that.
Okay, I'm going to do a double Photoshop to add a two-tone carpet.
Ooh, fancy.
I want to see what it looks like. Because it'll remove even more reflections. So yeah, bear with me for a couple of minutes, guys.
We almost at 200 likes though. We have 198. So guys, hit that like button if you haven't. Let's see how high we can get up to. 220 is a new goal, I guess. Super chats are coming in good now, so thank you so much, guys. Please keep letting us know your thoughts.
And also vote right now. Do you want us to do a Strange New Worlds teaser breakdown live tomorrow? As a bonus live. Probably a shorter one, because there is literally only so much to talk about. And I'm absolutely fine with that. Do a bonus one for like an hour.
Well, I mean, the first half of it could just be talking about Hell on Wheels.
What? Well, I haven't seen that. So I guess I'll step out and you talk about that for an hour. Because I haven't seen that.
Long-haired Ensign Mount riding a horse. All right, cool.
I wonder if he was getting flashbacks or something.
Yeah.
Where's Colin? Where's Colin Meaney? Is he here somewhere? Because he's in that show. I've seen the picture. See, I know things.
But we got two new members this time.
Oh, okay. I thought we had two new ones. Oh, I was all excited.
Two new members. If anybody wants to consider hitting that join button and joining as well. I did have 2 as the minimum for this one because I've never had a new member goal for a live before. So we've hit that. If anybody wants to top it to see where maybe we should be setting it, that would be good. Let's see how many we can get. So at least hit the join button and check out the different options for a monthly kind of contribution.
Because we're going to do enough videos to be worth it. We're doing a lot of videos. Okay, so question before I finish it, I have removed the light panels in between the walls. Should I just make the red just the middle and make it all one long maroon, or keep it as separate?
I don't know what you mean specifically.
Okay, so
the light ones between.
So I've removed those. They're just now the grey carpet. Should I make the red in the middle, when I made it maroon, one big middle carpet, or still separated into separate segments? What do you want to see more?
Probably one long one.
Yeah, I was just doing one long as well. A bit more classic.
Area 51. Actually, personally, with this carpet layout, with grey floor, I'd go all grey, but have the maroon be the stripe along the side, because I think maroon might be too much.
Well,
but that's just...
I can flip it as well. We'll get there.
All right. Area 51, $5. On New Defiant, Dr. Bashir said he hated the carpet. Oh yes, okay. Mark Lawrence, $5.
Thank you for the
gray on the edges with maroon in the center.
That's what I'm doing.
Mark's going for the opposite way that I thought. Tab Extra throws in 50 krona, so thank you. Imagine working an 8-hour shift on carpet versus steel plates. Well, yeah, in factories they have those little foam pads and stuff that you stand on when you're at a standing workstation, because it's just better on everything. Your lower back, your joints, than a hard floor.
I mean, the problem with that though is that the shoes are going to be so amazingly orthopedically sensible, so I can't see that as an argument.
Yeah, it's the future, so it's not really an argument at all.
I mean, it's not going to be uncomfy metal because you've got lovely shoes.
Yeah.
They're probably inertial dampeners in their shoes, let's be honest. Not literally big ones. I just mean like mini one, a plating which kind of takes impact.
George Mangrum, $5.
Hi, George.
Would this floor be more aesthetically pleasing if it were blue? No. No color of blue would be good there.
Yeah,
a grayish blue, but still gray, maybe.
Almost done.
Kit 10K throws in $20. So
of course he does. Jesus Christ.
Hopefully, with the new members Trekyards is getting, I'll let you guys do more. Fleet Yards episodes. I love and miss those, but with how much Star Trek there is, I know you're friggin' busy. You are in and outside of the channel. Yeah, but we do have more Fleet Yard stuff lined up. Some filmed, and a list of things ready to go. But yeah, that'll be something that'll have to happen when things die down a lot. So. And
we've always said that that's a show that will not get us views, but we love to do, and we love other it's a fun show to do. It's just we need the monthly support to guarantee, because if the views don't matter, then those that love it can enjoy it. So there's way more to do, especially with new Star Wars and etc. 100%. Yeah, this really changed the vibe. This is definitely okay. Third option coming, guys. Are you ready? So I'll actually stop the poll. So I asked the question, and 100% people voted. Would you prefer with or without reflections? 84% without reflections. 85%. Okay, that's version 1. This is version 2.
I just want to read the last super chat real quick, because it's Ozzy. Throws in $2. Says, "Long live the carpet." Amen, Ozzy. Amen.
Okay, so this is the new version. I'm going to do another poll to present.
Oh, I went full screen to see the thing I was waiting. Let's see, 211 likes, guys. Let's try to get to 220. It's 9 more likes. And
Yes.
187 people, so not as many as yesterday, but still really good numbers. So if you're new here, thank you. Make sure you're subscribed and click the notification bell icon. And thank you for watching.
And we love having this community to talk about, to discuss, and with this poll feature, you get to have very much the discussion with us. That's part of this.
Speaking of new poll, what do you prefer, reflections or this very classic carpet look?
And there you go. I definitely made it more classic. What do you think?
Oh, see, yeah, carpet is the way to go.
It looks so much neater. Like removing those light beams, I thought would be a problem. I wouldn't look as good. That looks so much better. Oh my goodness. Like it lets the walls pop now. It gives them a life now. Wow.
Yeah. It's a big difference.
Guys, vote in the poll.
Now, can you make the gray maroon, like the light gray stripe?
And then reverse and have the middle be grey?
Sure, yeah. But Mark Lawrence wanted to see that one, so.
Okay.
This is just so much for talking about the sets, really. We're just like, how can these be better?
Well, we're talking about the corridor.
Yeah. We just have more pictures that we haven't really looked at, so.
Yes.
Speaking of, there's a guy buffing the floor. Goddamn.
Yes, there is.
With WD-40. What? That sounds dangerous. WD-40 is pretty slippery.
I wonder if it's an in-joke.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't think that doesn't make any sense, but... So what did you say you wanted the outside?
Maroon.
Like the original maroon, like the same colour as the middle, or a different colour?
What do you mean same color as the middle?
Like, do you want,
middle.
for the outer stripe, do you want it the same colour as the inner, and just flip them?
No.
Okay, what's
I just want the maroon. Maroon is the stripes on the side, but the dark gray is still in the middle.
What's a maroon in the middle, though?
Where?
In the middle, that's a red. The middle's red.
Oh, no, that's not the red I was thinking of. I would want red, like maroon red. That's gray to me.
No, it's a very Enterprise-y cover. Okay, so you want the middle to be very dark red and the outside.
No, I don't want that. That's what Mark wants. I want the middle to stay exactly like it is.
So dark red.
Gray.
Yep, dark red.
And I want the light gray to be maroon, like the monster maroon.
Okay, so you want red and red. Got it.
Okay, well, vote right now in the chat, guys. Is that red or gray? Because that is not red. Saucy Puppet Show, $2. This rug carpet really ties the room together. Yes, it does. Absolutely, it does.
Although I'd be a bit scared of this on the bridge version, because the bridge would be so intricate to have to Photoshop.
Yeah.
Like goddamn carpet.
Yeah, that would take a while.
It would take a while. Okay, so... Right, bright red on the edges, okay. Will it select it? Hey, it will, okay, good. Monster maroon red, eh? Oof. It's a very red. Okay, oh. Wrong layer. Oof.
It's red. Looks purple to me, desaturated red. Looks maroon to me, says Dan. Red in the center, says Quadricourse. That is not red out in the middle right now, says Mr. Anderson. Yeah, see, everybody sees it differently, I guess. It's grayish red. It's the grayest red that I ever saw, says Ryan.
I mean, it's pretty much the exact color of the Enterprise's corridor, because I render it, I light it, etc.
Woga says, I see red, but I'm also colorblind. Well, there you go.
How do you see red, then? Impressive. I see red people.
That's great to me, says Chris. Yes, that's kind of divided. Anyway, good tea, nice house, $2. HDTV presents. Love it or list it, Trekyards. Hell yeah.
Well, you know.
Get 10K, it's $5. You may have forgot it, Stuart, but George Mangrum was quoting Wei Yun from a DS9 episode when he was asking about it being blue. Oh.
Okay, so I've gone for bright red and the same sort of Enterprise-y purple in the middle. Replacing now.
Tom Zero's 48, $5. I'm not a fan of carpet in a ship, neither a reflective floor. I prefer a floor like TMP era metal.
But I asked also the poll because it's now a different render. 88% said my carpet over reflective. Good stuff.
Yes, totally agree.
So there you go. This is the red is red for you. Interesting. So yeah, there's it with actually bright Monster Maroon red.
It's too red. It's not dark enough, but that looks good. I like that. It shouldn't be like fire engine red like that. It should be.
I mean, I was going.
You want more subdued, but
you want it to be red,
like a dark wine, like a dark wine color. That's what I meant. But hey, that's okay. Wine is maroon. Same thing. But yeah, that looks actually a lot better. Just wish it wasn't fire truck red.
Oh, that's not right. Hold on. What happened there?
Or match the color of the door, the brown color. Anyway, yeah, that looks so much better than the reflective surface we're getting at, guys.
Anyway, I think I've broken my effects comp. So many changes, but yeah, I think the more subtle grey was better, but I mean, yeah, like I said, powerful red. But yeah, there you go. So that's our corridor redesign. It is a good corridor though. It really is, and it definitely makes Discovery look less interesting. So another view of the corridor is this turbolift view, which gives me very much Enterprise-y vibes of their subset, with greebling of some sort. Don't know what it does. Don't know what it does. I mean, it's fine. I think I almost would have preferred just to be a smooth surface. I don't know what these things are. I mean, I'm sure they have given this current production, there probably is a reason for what they are. They have thought that through. I just can't think what.
Things on the side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't really... No idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very cool look for sure. But yeah, they do something for sure, guaranteed, 100%. Let's see here. I gotta go back to this other view. All right, there you go. All right, we hit 220 likes. We have 196 people watching, but we have 221 likes, which is awesome. So the next goal is 250. If you guys haven't hit like yet, please give it a like.
And actually, I know it's a joke picture, but go back to the buffing floor picture, because the lighting is radically different. All the light panels are now yellow, and the inner bit is blue. Whereas previously, the inner bits were yellow, and the outer bits were more white yellow. And that's a distinct visual change.
That looks very Discovery, though, that shot.
That does look more Discovery, yeah. Yeah, you're right. The blues just... Because they have alcoves as well.
Yeah.
So that's amazing, the subtleties of that. Wow. Yeah.
Oh, I would kill myself if I had to clean that corridor with a buffer.
If I only had a carpet, you just have to hoover it.
Yeah.
Ooh, done. Just saying.
Much easier. Yeah.
Alright, let's move on to the... Where else, Stuart? The bridge! We have plenty of shots from a very Discovery-looking image to a very TNG-looking image to a very etc. Tell me a picture to start on, Stuart. Give me where do you want to start?
Well, let's start with the problem, which isn't a problem anymore. Let's go to that second picture.
Yeah, I've
the viewer.
Yeah, I assume that's name order because I have to then shift them harder. I haven't got them in name order because that's not how the bloody Premiere works. I'm just. I assume it's probably that one, but yeah, keep talking.
Yeah, the viewer, which we were worried was going to be a window. It's not a window, yet it is a window. It's a window with blast doors that are closed, which is a viewer when they're closed, so you can still see outside like a regular view screen. That's not the one I'm talking about.
No, yeah, like I say, out of order, so I have to.
I'm the one with the blast doors. That's the one. There it is. But yeah,
You just wanted
very
to pass
much-
me there. I'd already. That was like a minute ago. Sorry, just.
I'm way behind. You know, there's a huge delay.
I know it's
so-
just funny. You were literally trying to pass me because I would have done it. It just. It's fine.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, this looks cool. They have the ability to open it if they want to. I don't know how you'd want to. I don't know, but it's also not a window, but it is a window. So problem solved.
Stuart, are you saying open the blast doors? Open the blast doors.
Now close the blast doors. Close the blast doors.
Bonk. Bonk on his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the big story behind this is that. So obviously, the view screen, whatever. When they did the Strange New World, well, the Discovery Enterprise, Scott Schneider did design the forward area of the bridge because obviously he knew as well windows shouldn't be in the ships of that bridge window. That wasn't a design thing. So he included the main hull to actually become translucent, whatever. And this is the mega future. So you can have transparent materials that, whatever, not a problem. It's just never been a thing. And being a thing is important before you invent technology. And so their approach in this show, which I worked out from the trailer because you could not see the ship from the view screen. And you would because of other views. So clearly it was a digital view and you're not going to have a fully digital recreation on top of a window. In which case, there's no point in a window. So what they see in the episode, standard operation, 9 times out of 10, is a view screen. Boom. However, the plate can be made translucent, so it doesn't open, it just becomes opaque.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see a natural view, which 9 times out of 10 isn't useful. But if sensors go down and you're on a planet and you happen to be within a few miles of your target, it's useful. If you're a few hundred miles, it's not at all. Or if you're landed, it'd be super useful. But sometimes you have to go through, Mutara Nebula would totally change that battle, etc. And so you get the best of both worlds. And we have posited that exact idea before, and it's the have your cake and eat it too solution. And it would be worse if this blast shield was always up. But the fact that the view screen display hides it all the time, again, gives the impression of one while being the other. Exactly how you should approach it. So,
Yes. We were happy to hear all this, by the way.
Yes. Yes.
Get 10K, $5. The guy buffing the floor. Join Starfleet, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Jerks.
Yeah. So true. So true. But no, this was lovely. So I've got another view here up, which is great because you get to see the ceiling properly. And I super love the E style. It's very high detail, probably over detailed for what it needs to be, but since it's not in most shots, that's absolutely fine. But there's a lot of Enterprise E here. This gives me a theme park ride vibe.
Yep.
With how it's drawn very much like a promotional image.
Yeah.
Like if this was in the Star Trek experience in Vegas as a Star Trek themed ride, experience this new bridge, you'd be like perfect because they can fit 50 people watching the big view screen. You know what I mean? Like it has that vibe as a not so much a working space as a experience space. That view screen is obscenely wide. This like the scale is just a bit more oomphy, but it still has a cohesive feel to itself. I suppose the Discovery, which is just some of the things of what's going on here, etc. What do you think? Now I've made those notes.
No, it does feel like a promotional image, like something you could see from the Galactic Star Cruiser, the Halcyon from Disney, like this a view of the inside of the ship. But yeah, it does feel very amusement parky. I don't know.
That's mostly the rendering, though, and there's no shade. It's just the rendering. It's just a bit funny.
And here too, looking at that sensor area with the captain's chair, just take out one of the stairs, guys, and have a step up to this top deck. Sorry, that just really bugs me. The captain's too high, and I don't.
And not from the cigar, just from the height.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few things I would definitely change, but I do like the ceiling here. It goes back to the motion picture. You have that green kind of ball thing.
Oh, this actually does look like that original Phase 2 concept drawing that was never used.
Yeah.
Like the lighting. Because it is. Yeah. Oh. And obviously, yes, way less reflective. it has way more depth by not being reflective here. Those that concepted it knew that's not the way to go.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Those forward consoles with the see-through displays, stand-up ones.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Doug Drexler the other day, and I asked him, are those supposed to be movable? Like, because they move in one shot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh yeah, they're just, they take them all over the ship. They're used for whatever kind of station you need. And I'm like, is that canon? He goes, is what canon? I said about those consoles being movable on the bridge, or are they static? Are they there? And he didn't really have an answer for me. I think he was just being kind of facetious. So,
well, because people on the production see it from a certain point of view. If he's seeing the 9 sets of Stargazer and those things are being moved every other day, to him they're just the moving consoles. Whereas we're asking, are they always on the bridge? Are they always moving? Because, like I said, we noticed they move between shots, which is fine because they might be, stupid in one angle, great in another. That's the issue with kind of, because they're sort of there. They're not really subtle, even with the transparent glassness.
yeah.
It still amazes me though. There's only one batch of 2 side wall consoles. They've kind of abandoned the wall console aesthetic almost entirely.
Yeah, it's hard to really get a feel for that when you watch the show, because it does feel like there's more of a bridge going on.
Because those are so impressive, the big screens. They're really, really wow. But there's so little,
Yeah. And so many stand-up consoles. There's 4 on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Kind of miss it. I wish there was something behind the captain. Even a console right behind him, like, wharf height. Kind of comes out somebody's like waist. But
it's such an issue though, because then you'd say it's that wraparound so much like the Enterprise D. We wouldn't complain, but there'd be those saying it was not original enough. They've kind of had a lot of that by anyway.
Have one on each corner, have it angled, and have a console on each corner, and have people standing there. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The more I look at it, the more I see things that I would fix. I don't hate it by any means. It's way better than some of the other stuff we've got before, but yeah. Let's see. That top-down view from the middle behind the captain's chair is nice. A lot of floor space.
Okay, top-down view. Oh yes, I see.
Yeah. But again, that center command spot is missing something, or a few things.
And those lights in the floor, why? Why are there many single lights? Because it feels like distracting. You'd see them as a captain underneath you, and just surely want at least the fewest peripheral vision things. I mean, I know you'd get used to them, but
yeah,
would you just? It's like the Discovery Bridge. The Discovery Connie, there are lights literally at eye level flashing. That's just stupid. There's no way to say it.
It's also dependent on brightness, as well as color.
Yeah.
At red alert, those would be fine, being a solid red, but you don't want the brightness ramped up either.
That's true.
And much like my mouse pad over here, it's got a LED strip around the outside of it. You can change the color of it. I would probably have that blue if I was the captain. I'd be able to pick the color, but
well, it's also, if it's not as bright to be distracting, then it's clearly not lighting the room. If it's not lighting the room, what's it there for? I mean, light's there to light.
You know what it is with all those little notches? It's for captains in training. It's where's Science 1? And it points with a colored light to the Science 1 console.
Oh no. Point to your nearest evacuation limit door.
Yeah.
Bing. That's funny. Yeah.
Who said that? Ding. Points to whatever it is.
Oh dear. Yeah. But this is a nice view though. It's so much Discovery because of the choice of colours and the wraparound sort of console, but it definitely has that TNG aesthetic that you need as well. And the view screen here is that less long? Because surely that looks more in proportion in this view.
Is the what? Sorry,
the view screen less wide? Because that looks less wide to me than some of the other
It does
views.
look less wide, but I think it might just be an angle thing.
Yeah.
Matt Boardman says the thing to keep in mind with these images is that they're CG renders that were done to show proof of concept.
Mm-hmm.
The bridge isn't that brightly lit in this show. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but they are the final design concepts. But we're just, they're clearer views. Now this next view, looking in the view screen, is almost a shot from Discovery in terms of like vibe. But you get a clear view of the briefing room.
Mm-hmm.
At least the red pops. Good choice to have solid red. Actually, this view, would it have been interesting if the side two captain chairs, they were on step 2, and the captains are uniquely on step 3, so they're one step lower, and it delves in.
But yeah, it would be good, but the problem with that is you're putting the captain on a pedestal, and that's not what Starfleet does. They're not going to have him at the highest point of the bridge, because then it's like
Sulu.
Dictatorish.
Sulu is.
He's not. He's the same height as the surrounding deck, though.
Yeah, but so is the captain with the side consoles. They're on the same level. It's just the things below are on a lower level.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want my first officer having to turn around and look up at me.
That is the other thing. Yeah, that would be the other thing. But I think aesthetically that would work better, because then you get.
It would aesthetically for sure, but I think command hierarchy wise, that's very dictatorshipy. That's very like put the captain on a pedestal thing. I don't like that. Kit 10K, $5. What did we stop with the super chats? Show them the money. Oh man,
so supportive, my goodness.
Well, we're almost at 250 likes, so only 6 more. So if you haven't hit like yet, please hit it.
And we had a grand old time.
Yes,
going well.
Cisco was above the rest on the bridge of the Defiant. No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was. He was on a separate podium. Him and Jadzia on the same raised platform.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It wasn't as obvious. It wasn't 3 steps up. It may be 1 step.
Well, it's.
I don't know.
Well, the difference is all of the Defiant people are like everything's the same level, so
yes,
they're all in the way. So him being high means you can look at their consoles. You couldn't look at them otherwise. You just have Pearson's head. So that's it's a view. It's an eye line to the entire bridge, which you don't need here. If you're lowering the other two.
Here the floor looks a lot better though.
Yeah.
In that matte color.
Yeah.
Way better. Way better.
But I do want to give him props. That is a really good view screen design in terms of like the bottom detail. It's futuristic yet the same. I think it's a really nice like the way it's integrated, but it's nice. I do think it's probably too many glowies and greeblies in the middle, but if they're all the holographic generators, fine. I'm okay with that. But I think the view screen is really nice in these.
Mikey's rant says raised up. The Generation D bridge had the command chairs raised. In Generations, yes. But they still weren't taller than
they're all 3.
The tactical guy at the back. Yeah, I know.
No, we were saying that the captain on a separate and the other 2 on a second are lower. But so all raised. And do check out our bridge discussion. So this view is interesting. This to me, because of the lighting and the way it's rendered, looks very Star Wars bridge. Like the new Galaxy's Edge theme park, which I know people say also doesn't look that Star Warsy because it's a fancy luxury liner, so it's not the classic aesthetic. But this to me gives more of a Star Wars vibe. I think it's just the way the blue lights hit the walls and the shiny. Like if you did a few changes, this would be an acceptable Star Wars bridge to me. In a few changes, but.
That big wide view screen feels very Star Wars. It feels like something that's got a Star Destroyer for sure.
Yeah. But the real view though, which is the from CG to real, and where is the view? Is it even there? It is there, but it maybe didn't come through in this batch. Okay, let me find it. Hold on. I do have it.
I got it here. So
this was
like
an extreme,
like a panoramic one.
Yeah, I mean this is insanity. So this is how it actually looks. But disclaimer again, clearly overly bright because they want to seal the detail. I mean, cameras hate darkness; they give you noise. So they've gone overly bright, and like you said, it's heavily distorted. But you get the real textures now, and this was an incredibly high-res image posted. So phenomenal. What do you think now seeing the real? And obviously, in fact, you can see the side consoles have been moved to the side already. They've been shifted to be not in the way. Wow.
Feels way different for sure.
It does, yeah. In fact, let me do a poll then.
Yeah. See, here again, the carpet would look a lot better, even if it's not this. Even if you leave the captain's section the same and the sides and the back as shiny, but have this front area under helm and stuff be carpeted, I think would be a big difference. It's hard to really talk about this one because it is panoramic-y.
Yeah.
It feels weird seeing both sides of the view screen like that.
That's why I've zoomed in a good percent, because you've got to. But
Yeah.
But read the poll, Stuart. Read the poll. My beautiful phraseology.
Phraseology. Do you prefer the concept CG version or the live action we're looking at now? Concept CGI with matte floor or the live action shiny floor?
What strikes me in this version, the real, is that the two ramps either side, because they have got some matte pieces, that looks to me as if they are like grated floor, like it's actually like stairs, because of the way the reflection is. It has no depth.
Yeah,
it says to me like it's actually like steps, like actual
you can tell
steps.
that the matte part is like textured. It's like for grip. Yeah. So
the ceiling is phenomenal, though. I mean, just the detail-wise, it is very, very nice. I kind of see the Star Wars Republic logo, that like hexagon is around the rim a little bit, which is fine. But I also, this is a strange thing to have credit for, but I appreciate that the front two consoles, they don't just go into the floor. They have actually a proper frame that wraps around. It gives it a, this is the future, right? Why can't you have just a standing thing that just goes into the floor? So compliment, but I actually quite like that it has like an actual structure to it. Gives it some realism and some depth.
Yeah.
Still a bit thin, but
I'm not a huge fan of these chairs, man. Even the captain's chair feels like it's missing something.
It is a bit close to the other ones. It needs a bit more character. And also noting that in this view, the turbo lift door on the left doesn't appear to be red. It might be very, 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 very dark red, but it almost matches the ceiling. And also, you can see a lot reflected in that as well. So even the doors are reflective. But like that's not bright red. I mean, you can tell that at least from here. So they must have changed the color tone before filming. From the concept, I mean. Yeah,
it feels like a dark leather brown color, or like a very, very dark wine color.
Yeah.
I do like the side consoles better here, though, than in the concept sketches. Slight difference, just because there's actually alt cars on them now. You can see the warp core on the one side.
And the way it all pops, the L-cars. I mean, I do wish those back Greeblies were more panels, although there is a graphic from what they are. They're actually isolinear binaural circuitry banks. Because they've now integrated both technologies into like a NVMe SSD sort of hybrid fast drive, but for binaural. So they've upgraded that. So they're computer core elements. So cool. But I do wish there were L-cars banks with chairs. I think would add some texture to it. Yeah.
Mark Lawrence, the captain's chair needs to be lowered 1 centimeter to be perfect. Jesus Christ. Kit 10K throws in $10. Thank you so much, Kit. I feel like the floor in front of the captain should not be shiny. I feel like shine could potentially get in the eyes during a moment while looking at the view screen. To me, yeah.
But, I mean, it's still quite a simple bridge, so there's not too much more to say, I think. There is, however, a shot of the dedication plaque, which I just wanted to highlight, because, and I'm sad to be, it's like, look, it's got the delta with the gold, and it looks beautiful. It was not to be for the rest of the show. But wouldn't it be nice?
I still think they got the colors swap there. The Delta should be gold, the Batkin should be silver, but oh well.
As in for the plaque or for all the badges?
For all the badges.
Ooh, just completely flip the color scheme.
Yeah.
Oh. Radical.
And Starfleet Command, Alex Kurtzman, name number 1.
Well, he did bring Star Trek back, Stuart.
No, he didn't. But okay.
Well, he didn't bring Star Trek back, Stuart, apparently. But it's nice.
That's like JJ saves Star Trek. No, he didn't. It was in no danger of going anywhere. Anyway, whatever.
And no, guys, it shouldn't be USS NCC A. This is great. And it's a Sagan class ship, which I have total yes for.
Yes, totally agree, man.
And I guess last set is the schematics that were released. A beautiful set here comparing the D, the E, and the Stargazer, which is very generous of them to show this off to fans. And it's
There's the E, not the D. Did you say the D?
I say the D, the E, and the Stargazer.
Okay. Sorry.
What's interesting is that these are actually hard to find anyway, and so for a fan, you've now got accurate versions of those two bridges. That by itself is really cool, with actual measurements, which is very, very, very not something that they have. The only way we'll be able to have schematics is when they sell them at prop auctions and someone takes a picture and it's like, well, this is a sort of a good picture of the schematics, but here's for orthos, perspective. And you can see that, yes, it's not that much bigger than the E. A bit bigger than the D, but not that much bigger than the E. Although already you can see turbolifts have upped in size by a few percent. So everything is just...
Us to accommodate the turbolift caverns.
Don't be even joking about that, Stuart. They know better. But the conference room is smaller. Well, the ready room is bigger.
Ready room's bigger, and it's got a little room off to the side of it as well. Like, it's like
It's a
pretty big for a bathroom.
Yeah, very big for a bathroom. Maybe a shower in there. Rios likes to get
you can
wet.
see where his desk is too. How his desk is aligned. That's cool.
And that's a big desk if you look at ready room for Picard. I mean, you can see now already. You can see the view screen size. My God, the view screen is so much wider. That front portion. Goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't got chairs though in the Sovereign. That would be really helpful to see comparison. That kind of takes away some of the scale points.
Yeah.
I mean, those side bank consoles are certainly pretty similar in comparison. That they've got about the same. So what feels bigger then? Obviously the view screen being so much wider will change the feel, of course. Gives it a broad feel. What here makes it feel that much wider then? What do you guys think? We need to know. We do.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's good seeing these for sure.
Oh, it's amazing.
But I didn't know there was a separate. Well, yeah, it's just seeing the Enterprise E's ready room and offshoot room thing is interesting.
When I did the Horizon one, I actually had to match the scale because there's actually a wall of the outer side of the hull, so I actually have less space because I don't know if they actually base this on the actual bridge dome. So it's like a hard wall. Yeah. It's like that's the actual edge of the ship. It's like a gradient that we have to keep to because we actually want to be accurate. Well, the Squadrical says, did they rename this Sagan to be Stargazer? If not, how can Stargazer be first of the class? Didn't say first of the class. They said it's a new class of ship. I don't remember them saying the first of a new class. Just it's part of a new class. Because yes, it can't be. Yes. It can't be the Sagan. It would be the Sagan otherwise. Or was the point in naming it the Stargazer, the Sagan class if you're going to make it Stargazer? Sort of redundant then at that point.
Yeah, BJ Turan, member for 17 months at the rank of commander. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Super glaring Gotti. How you could live or work here, or how could you live or work here?
I do think you'd get used to it though. People will get used to anything. Yeah. So, if there's a functional reason for this, it's like yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. Did we want to talk about the turbo lifts at all? You got some turbo lift pictures.
Sure. The turbo lift is a turbo
Lots of
lift.
displays. That's a whole working environment in there. Jesus.
It's one of the original
And-
concepts. Yeah, all the displays.
Super enlarged LCARS buttons on some screens for some reason.
Yeah.
The placeholders.
I love how one of the concepts, the Vengeance, is the temp cars.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
I hate when people have their TVs set to the wrong setting for aspect ratio. And you know a place that's egregious for it is Ticonderoga. The sets of Ticonderoga. They have the upper display screens, and it's set wrong. The words go off to the cut off by the side of the screens. Fix it. It annoys me so much. It's not that difficult to do, guys.
No, indeed.
Anyway.
So, Turbolift, it's busy. There's unnecessary amounts of detail. I recognize a lot of the details for the TNG one, but they were the same painted wood paint color. And so you saw depth, but it didn't hold your brain as much. Whereas everything here is so distinct, the lines of detail. It looks nice, but it's so busy. And the amount of screens gives you Discovery vibes for sure.
Yeah, I don't know why there didn't necessarily be so many screens. It's like you can read your morning report.
Yeah.
And file your personal log all on the way to the bridge.
File your taxes and
get your mission status updates and see what happened on your date last night.
Or maybe you know let's for a second say the chasms remain. Maybe because travel time is so many minutes that you can transfer work, so you start typing, doing it because you know the travel time's huge. I'm just gonna be back in a minute, but keep talking, keep whatevering.
Yeah. Kit 10K throws in $5. When the fleet was facing off against the Borg, there was one ship still missing. The name-taking, butt-kicking USS Foley, NCC 2174. And just being a suck-up, Kit. Mark Lawrence, $5. Sagan class could already be 20 years old and gone through a refit, making Picard's odd line makes sense. Yes, that's exactly what I think as well. That this is just a newly refitted version of an older design, which is not the original Stargazer that we see in TNG. So that's what a pad is for. I absolutely agree. Can we zoom in on the MSD and the turbolift? I can't, but Samuel can when he gets back. Bum, bum, bum. All right, guys, 270 likes, 208 people here watching, which is amazing. If you're new here, click that like button, and if you're also super new here and you don't usually watch us, by all means hit that subscribe button and join the channel, and click the notification bell icon to all so you get notified when we upload. There also is a join button where you can actually subscribe to the channel, and it's like a monthly membership thing. I had a goal of 2 new members for this live. We've already hit that, but if anybody wants to just check it out and see what the options are for a monthly amount that you guys might be interested in helping us out with, by all means do so. You get your name highlighted, you get a rank. You also get some stickers and emojis and stuff to use in the live chat. So, and yeah, hit that like button. 275 likes right now. Can we hit 300? Probably not. Worth a try. Dan Ben has watched every episode of Red Dwarf now. Ooh. Power 543, which is Samuel. I don't know why he's not here. Says last super chat slot too. Yes, currently Mark Lawrence has the last super chat slot. So if you guys are interested, you want to snipe for it, now is the time to do so. But yeah. Maybe all the screens are so off, we're just going to access systems if they get stuck in turbo. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that, but how many screens do you need for that? I can understand 4 or 5 people being on a turbo lift at a time, but you really need everybody to be accessing something different at the same time. Kit 10K throws in $5. I am a suck up. Hell yeah. LOL. Well, you just put sick up, which doesn't sound pleasant. So. Glad to hear that, Curtis. Yeah. Glad you like it. VNex vlog. Oh, VNex is here. Why is that he not a moderator? Add him as a moderator. Because he should be. Snipers, start him up. Oh, yeah. Anyway, guys, probably running to a wrap here soon. I know I'm tired, so maybe Samuel will zoom in on one of those panels when he gets back. But yes, play Pac-Man. That's exactly why. That's okay, Jason. I added the other one as a moderator as well, so 100 and we hit over 200 people for this live, which was good. Yesterday we had just over some really good numbers and turnout, and this one was half as good, so that's good. Squadron Course snipes in with $1 for the last super chat slot. I feel like I should just like end this and hit the end stream. With Samuel not here. I don't know where he went. But I have nothing to talk about with the image we're on, so I'm looking at the panel right now, which has like some kind of retinal scan reader or something, and then some buttons. Tomorrow is a new teaser on stream. Where'd you hear that, Ozzy? Kit 10K throws in $5. Stupid autocorrect. Why does it keep changing my words? Yeah, that was supposed to be suck up. Kind of figured. SWTX Chaser, $10. Just off to work. We'll enjoy the replay. Good man. Hopefully you do enjoy it. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for the super chat. And hello, SWTX Chaser, on your rewatch when you get to this moment. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy doody. And yes, we'll look at these MSDs in a separate thing because they have released full side views with the warp core placement and shuttle bays and the exact deck number and even what's on each deck. So they have given us so many things. Literally too much to look at for 1 week. Oh no, what a shame.
What a problem to have.
Yes. I do hope that this implies that there'll be more in later episodes, because otherwise, if this is everything, fantastic. But if they're going hard early to get lots of good press, which is great, but then it turns out that there's, I don't know, no other ships, no other whatever, it's all good, but would you be upset in some way? Like, have they set expectations now, or are you fine if this is the epitome of everything early on? How do you feel about that as being the ship guy?
I'm fine either way. If this is just the large dump of stuff, that's cool, but I think we're going to be getting more. We still have stuff to see at the end of the season as far as this fleet, because I'm sure we're going to return to this moment. And we also need to see the warship Enterprise, the alternate reality. We might see a battle of some sort as a flashback.
Yeah.
Who knows what we're going to get next? It could be another huge dump of stuff next week.
Yeah.
Based on the next episode. So I'm happy either way, but yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I want to focus on the panel or the control console thingy.
And
it's weird. It's got
like
a reader.
Which one? So I had zoomed into the middle one. Which one do you want to zoom in on?
No, there's a separate picture of the buttons. Kit 10K,
yes.
$5. Last 2 days have been good to Trekyards. I hope it'll continue to even more from guys here from here on. Keep hitting the likes, guys. Yes, 7 more likes get to 300. I think that's very doable.
And yes, it's been a very good 2 days, as we had last Friday, and it's great to see a big forward momentum, because we do the work either way. It's nice for the fans of Star Trek to be so engaged with Star Trek again, because we were here either way. You know, we were looking at stuff either way. But yes, I'll end the poll and ask one more quick poll as we end the last sort of few minutes. I asked, do you prefer the original concept CG version of the bridge or the full version? 81% said concept with a matte floor, 19% shiny floor. That seems to be about the average that we are doing.
Cosmic Kitty, oh, you are all trolls. I'm going live to expose you all. I'm reporting your channel.
Oh, cool.
Yes, we're trolls. That's exactly.
Where you going live? Cool. We'll take a look. We'll watch.
On the Cosmic Kitty channel.
Oh, sweet.
Everybody go watch that. And
Conspiracy theory. Be fun. All of our deep, dark secrets that...
Ooh, yeah.
Anyway.
There's some good ones.
I don't.
What the fuck's wrong with people?
So, simple poll. We get at least 50 votes, if not more. It's about Strange New Worlds, guys. It's about Strange New Worlds. Vote now or forever hold your vote.
Do you want us to do a bonus live tomorrow or normal time taking a look at Strange New Worlds teaser? Yes, bonus live or nah?
And one more brief credit, as they also released a literal LCARS view of all the shots. I mean, how amazing is that as well? If you wanted to, I mean, yes, you can't zoom in too far, but if you want to do a replica, you've got full LCARS of it. That's incredible. Incredible. Good job, them. Although, in fact, they did release Doug's view of the side of the ship, which is the same view, so you could actually retroactively improve this as well. Ooh, 2 of each needed. Print on adhesive backlit material. These aren't screens. Ooh. Okay. I just noticed on this other concept view, there's a Steam logo. They're playing Steam in the background. Well, that's fantastic. So yes, Stuart, read the last poll, and then we'll end out in a minute or two.
So you guys voted, 57 of you. Yes, you want us to do a bonus live tomorrow with Strange New Worlds teaser. And 5% said no. And 95% said yes.
Well, okay then.
This is the way.
It's nice to be wanted. You know, Stuart, you know. Yeah, me too.
Here.
Been a long old day. But I'll see you tomorrow morning, Stuart, for this again. I will be waking up earlier myself, so you can wake up earlier, so we can all go down earlier as well. You know, lots to do, etc. Yeah, lots of TV to watch, which we gotta factor in. It's like 2 hours of our day before. Anyway, Django, no, Heavy Cap. I use Lightwave 3D, the same one as the original Trek shows from Voyager up until Enterprise, and a bit of Nemesis as well, the original one. So it's outdated, but it looks like Trek because it's what Trek was made in. So, yeah.
Yes, indeed. Well, guys, I think we're going to call it there. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much.
And that poll with 94% saying yes and 6% saying no.
Love a bit of a...
But we're doing it tomorrow anyway, regardless. So tomorrow's Wednesday, right?
Thursday. Picard tomorrow.
I don't want to do a live tomorrow. Sorry. I got the live to do later at night. Plus, we got all the filming to do in the morning.
That's what I mean. It's gonna
We'll
suck.
see. I thought today was Tuesday.
So did I. Like yesterday. I was sad when I lost a whole day.
We'll see. We might do a live tomorrow.
Because I could have done. I would have pitched like an hour one because it's a teaser. I know. Depends how much we film. Depends how much stuff there is. Let's be honest. I have to play it by ear, guys.
Ian Smith, $2. Great work today, guys. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
And General
11
Grievous,
PM.
$2. Pew pew snipe.
And yes, Aaron, do go look at it.
300 likes as well. Good way to end out.
Beautiful. So until the next day, tomorrow, other days, who knows, at least join in for Friday, a full breakdown episode 2 of Picard, which I'm thoroughly excited for. It's nice I only have a few hours to wait until I get to watch it. Some of those are asleep, which is great. I'll be doing it first thing.
Yeah.
Beelining for that TV remote control, etc. And you have a lovely night as well, Stuart. Have some
We'll get some sleep tonight.
Yes, please do.
Ian Smith snipes in with $1 for that last super chat slot. There you go, guys.
Oh,
nope, hit 10K, $10 later, guys.
Sniping king. Yeah, he has just a gun on his hip. Might be a pistol, but it's sniping ready. Till then, he's Captain Foley.